I married my rebound out of spite, and my ex tried to object at the wedding. So I know how this sounds. Yes, I did marry my rebound. Yes, I did do it out of spite. And yes, my ex did turn up to my wedding to object. Let me explain. My ex Lewis and I were together for 3 years. He was charming, manipulative, and so goddamn hot. This man ruined my life for a time. The relationship was chaotic, but addictive. And then out of nowhere, he just dumped me. Not even to my face. This guy, after 3 years, broke up with me over a text. We had literally just been talking about planning a weekend away together. I sent him a funny meme. He came back with, "I don't think this is working." I was devastated and I spiraled. I cried. I didn't leave my bedroom. I drank wine straight from the bottle. I blocked and unblocked him 47 times. And then I met Eli. Eli was kind, stable and attentive. He listened, he showed up, and although I wasn't ready for this, I completely threw myself into it with him. Eli fell hard. Within a month, we were inseparable. Within 2 months, he had told me he loves me. And within 3 months, he had proposed to me. Now here's where I completely lost the plot. I said yes, not because I was in love, but because I wanted to win. I wanted Lewis to see me move on. I wanted him to regret his decision. And marrying Eli felt like the ultimate middle finger. So yeah, we planned a wedding. It was perfect. It was the fairy tale. It was what any bride would want. But all I kept thinking the whole time was, I wonder if Lewis knows. What would Lewis do if he did know? Well, I didn't have to wonder for long. Because he showed up to my actual wedding to object. Right when the officiant said, "Does anybody here have any reason why these two should not be wed?" he stood up, he stepped forward, and he said, "I object." The whole world just stopped. My stomach dropped through the floor, and Eli turned to look at me as Lewis said to him, "She doesn't love you. She loves me. But you know that, don't you? You're just the rebound. She's doing this because of me, and she should be with me." Cue the gasps. There I stood, frozen, between the man I wanted revenge on and the man that I had lied to. And the worst part was, Lewis wasn't completely wrong. I didn't love Eli. Not in the way that I should have. I loved how safe he felt, but I didn't love him. But Lewis, I hated Lewis. I wanted to hate Lewis. But something about him still had me twisted. So what did I do? I turned to the officiant. I took a deep breath and I announced that this wedding is over. Gasps throughout the ceremony again. Eli looked like I had slapped him. And Lewis looked smug. So I turned to Lewis and I said, "And you can get the hell out of my life." Because that's when I realised I didn't want either of them. I didn't want to be somebody's revenge story, nor somebody's comfort zone. I needed to fix my own mess before I dragged anybody else into it. So I took off my veil, handed my bouquet to my sister, and I walked out. No husband, no ex, no regrets, just me. So I guess if you can learn anything from me, never marry your rebound. Never weaponize love. And if your ex shows up to your wedding to object, take it as a sign and run like hell.